It was around 11:47 p.m., my phone in my hand, and I was scrolling. I knew it was late, but I was just convincing myself that one more scroll. And as I was scrolling, I saw someone who was showing off his dream car that he had just bought, and another was speaking about a business he had just created. And then it hits me. Nothing had changed in my life today. Not even a single thing. Like no skill learned, no money earned, no progress made. Like just gone. And the scary part, that wasn't just one night. That was my life. What I didn't realize at that time was that every wasted day was creating a bill. A bill that I wouldn't pay immediately, but eventually it would come due. And the price would be much more higher than I thought. Most people think that the cost of wasting their 20s is missed opportunities. It's not. The real cost is becoming a person who misses opportunities. That's different. Because opportunities come and go, but then identity stays. As for me, I used to believe that I would start tomorrow. Tomorrow, I would read. Tomorrow, I would exercise. Tomorrow, I would start a business. Tomorrow, I'll be serious. Then tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And before you know, years just disappear. The lesson that changed everything for me was this. Your 20s are not about what you achieve. They're about who you become. And once I understood that, I started seeing wasted times differently. Because the biggest losses are not visible, they're hidden. Let me show you what I mean. Most people understand compound interest, but nobody understands compound identity. A 25-year-old and a 35-year-old can make the same decision but then get different results. Why? Because one has 10 years of compounding behind them. I call this the identity investment principle. Every action casts a vote. Read 10 pages, vote. Skip the gym, vote. Learn a skill, vote. Waste 4 hours scrolling, vote. You are not just choosing action, you're choosing who you are becoming. The problem is that identity compounds silently. You may not notice it in a week, you'll even barely notice it in months, but 5 years later, it will be impossible to ignore. And that brings us to the second hidden cost. Here's something that nobody talks about. Every promise you break to yourself becomes debt. Not financial debt, but confidence debt. I used to set goals consistently. Wake up early, read daily, work out 6 days in a week, and then I would quit again and again. Eventually, I stopped trusting myself. Think about that. The person who should trust you fully was yourself. I call this the self-trust account. Every promise kept makes a deposit. Every promise broken makes a withdrawal. And eventually, your account either grows or goes bankrupt. You don't need more motivation. You need more evidence. Evidence that you will do what you've said you will do. And that's where the next hidden cost appears. I know what you're thinking right now. Can't I just catch up later? Maybe, but here's the problem. Life doesn't pose opportunities for you to figure things out. The promotion comes, the business opportunities appear, the dream partner enters your life, the chance arrives, and if you're not prepared, it passes. I call this the readiness gap. It's the distance between where you are and where opportunity expects to find you. The painful truth is most people don't miss opportunities because they're unlucky. They miss opportunities because they are not ready. And I almost learned this the hard way. Before I get to what changed everything, and that's what most people get wrong, I want to tell you about a mistake I almost made. I thought the answer was working harder. More hours, more hustle, more pressure. I became obsessed with catching up. It worked for a while and then I burned out completely because I was focused on speed instead of direction. And that's when I discovered the final cost. The biggest mistake people make is believing they've already wasted too much time. Ironically, this then makes them waste even more time. And I call this the rear view mirror trap. You spend so much time regretting the past that you sacrifice the future. The truth is, you're not behind. You're simply early for the next chapter. And the moment you decide to change, the clock stops being your enemy and it becomes your ally. One focused year can erase years of drift, only if you stop looking backward. Now, let me be honest. This doesn't mean every minute must be productive. Rest matters. Fun matters. Relationships matters. Life isn't a productivity contest. The goal isn't squeezing maximum output in every hour. The goal is intentionality. If you're choosing your actions consciously, you're winning, even if you're resting. What destroys people isn't relaxation, it's unconscious drift. I think back to that night, 11:47 p.m., with my phone staring at it, watching other people build their dream lives. I thought my problem was I lacked opportunity, but now I know it was something else. I was slowly becoming someone who was delaying their future. And the moment I stopped asking what do I feel like doing today and started asking who am I becoming today, everything changed. Not overnight, not dramatically, just one decision at a time. One vote at a time, one day at a time. Because the hidden cost of wasting your 20s is not losing time, it's losing the person you could have become.